As many times as people, including myself, have tried to make videos to debunk the argument evolution is just a theory, the meme is still passed on and misunderstood. So I figured I'd start back at the origin of the word theory and why it has such a misunderstood meaning. Back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, the Industrial Revolution was in full swing. Humans were for the first time in history attempting to replicate things seen in nature and observable facts and create items and systems useful to human prosperity. At the time, the term theory just meant a scientific model. However, as theory crossed from pure science, which is the academic study of natural phenomena, over to applied science, which is using observed laws and facts for daily consumer use, things got a lot more complicated. In nature, there is usually not one, but many forces and theoretical models at work in observed phenomena. The theory may be 100% sound, but in engineering replication of the phenomena, other theories may have been undiscovered, leading to horrible replication and ideas not working once they get off the drawing board. Take a plane, for example. An engineer has to consider many factors: the correct material, ductility, and lightness, as well as strength and cost. Every part has to have these traits analyzed. The engineer has to analyze shape for streamlining to ensure that the engine is powerful enough and light enough and cheap enough and fuel efficient enough to get the plane off the ground. She, along with many other engineers, has to analyze so many factors your mind would be blown. Interlocks and electrical circuits, an insane complexity, the type of glass used to ensure pressure to help people keep alive high in the upper atmosphere. Even the shape of the propeller or jet engine changes everything. Building a plane involves aerodynamics, classical physics, analytical and material chemistry, swarm theory to avoid birds, fluid dynamics to analyze airflow, electronics, computer analysis, communication, each one requiring at least a year or so to get a basic grasp of understanding. However, back in the day, people first started engineering things with partial understandings of things they saw in nature. Since they had only a partial number of the theories needed to replicate what they saw in nature, and so many things went wrong in test runs because of this, test techs and engineers would sarcastically use the term, "Well, in theory it should work," and usually it didn't. Because of this, the common term for theory, meaning just a guess, was formed. It wasn't that the theory was wrong, it was that the understanding of the process was actually missing theories, or human error was in play. Human error was a big part of why a theory did not work, yet another reason why laymen began to distrust theory. Laymen also did not understand the complexity of the scope they were working with, so they humorously assumed that scientists were just guessing, and in some sense they were. Theories were not wrong, they just didn't have enough of them. Evolution naturally occurs in nature, and all changes are taken care of by natural science algorithmically, without any mind or human help. However, when we try to do genetic engineering, myriads of problems ensue, with problems arising that we never anticipated. Varied species and microbiological interactions, cell growth and development changes, evolution of animals or plants or microbes that depend on or interact with the organism, and new human interactions with the organism. These are just a few of the issues that scientists and genetic engineers run into. It's not that their theories are wrong, there are just not enough theories to explain things. Because you don't see a crocodile transition to a duck, it doesn't mean that evolution doesn't work. What it means is, for one thing, you don't understand the theory, and you also don't understand other theories like speciation, mutational factors, mutation rate, environmental factors, biomechanics, and population growth statistics. The only time that theory means guess is when an engineer is trying to convert observed science to applied science so that we can use it in our daily lives. More often than not, it is just a guess, because the human doing the research is probably missing theories that have not yet been discovered. The theories he used are more often than not dead on, but other theories are missing. Even backing up and explaining and defending evolution requires not only an understanding of the theory of evolution, but also many other fields. This is why I tend to defer certain subjects and questions about it to other scientists on here who actually went for 4 to 8 years to study the subject in depth. However, it takes one layman with a very limited knowledge, but decent logic to create a bad argument that spreads like a virus of misunderstanding across the uninformed community. Yet again, Beavis and Butthead logic. In applied science, theory can mean sarcastically guess, but in pure science, theory only ever means a model to explain observed facts.